Hello, everyone. Welcome to the FarmCon pre-stream.
Hey,
I'm
Martin.
Kermit Ball. With me is Martin Rabel. I'm here in Europe
Martin
getting
Rabel.
ready for FarmCon. We just revealed Farming Simulator 25. Martin, maybe we can show the people some more today. What do you have for us?
Yeah, I know. You always ask me if you can show the people a few things before, and I know that you people like to see more. And yes, I mean, I brought a few things, carefully selected them for you to show before we actually reveal a bit more at the weekend. So
nice.
Follow our social channels after the weekend, and during the weekend you will also see more things coming out of Farming Simulator 25. But you mentioned it already. We've announced the game on June 25.
Yes.
It's going to come out in November 12. And we had a really nice cinematic trailer.
Oh, it was great.
How was the feedback?
The feedback was great. You know, I think it excited a lot of people, but of course they want to see more, right? So
I know.
That's why I had to come bug you, and hopefully we can show the people some more.
And they want to see in-game footage, right?
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
of course, always.
But first, we're going to show you the trailer again, and then we're going to show you a bit of in-game footage. Okay, let's start the trailer.
Den Trailer kennen wir schon.
All around the world, farmers know farming is an art. Like life, we know it can be hard. And it can be surprising, too. But sometimes it's about being at the right place, at the right time.
Ich habe gedacht, es wäre Südamerika, muss ich ehrlich sagen. Aber ja, die Reisfelder machen natürlich in Asien mehr Sinn.
A wise man once said that the best lessons are learned under the wide open sky. I think the same thing can be said about our art. Yeah, it can be messy, but it's always beautiful. So beautiful it can help you see yourself and the world in all new ways.
Das mit dem Bike bin ich super gespannt, wie das funktioniert. Ich glaube nicht gut, aber lassen wir uns überraschen, Freunde.
The seeds are the paint.
Oh, die aus dem Nichts spawnenden Vögel sind wieder mit dabei. Also wir werden uns nicht das Ganze anschauen, 100% nicht. Das ist einfach too much für die Kürze der Zeit.
Hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Is it missing something?
Eben deswegen. Schauen wir mal auf das Fahrverhalten, wann das Bike rauskommt.
Maybe some fresh spinach for a change?
All right, that was awesome. That's why people are excited. I think we've been telling this story right through these last few trailers with the same characters. Now we're bringing them in to a new environment. An Asian map is going to be a huge thing for the first time, and Rice as well that we've already mentioned before, Martin. What else do we have today? Like, you know, what?
Oh, you really want to know, right? Yeah. First of all, I mean, there's going to be a number of presentations at FarmCon this weekend. And we're going to have a few highlights there.
Right.
And the first thing I would like to let you know more about is the Giants engine.
Right.
Stefan Geigers, our CTO, is going to present the upgrades to the Giants engine, which the game is based on at FarmCon.
Da bin ich sehr
And
gespannt.
one that I'm really looking forward to is the improved fog. You know, that adds a lot of atmosphere. Just wait until you see it.
Well, okay, all right.
Because now the cool thing is that it's actually like particles in the air. So
Right.
that gives a lot of opportunities. You know, you kind of like dense fog has dynamic accumulation in valleys. So where it's supposed to be,
Right.
you know, not just like at a global parameter on the map. And that fog also enables that you have the sun reflecting, you know, in the fog. It's hard to describe, but I mean, you see it later when I show you these
Right.
videos. You can imagine.
I think
guess.
I can get a picture in my head for sure. I think the visuals that sets already, it's kind of painting the picture. You think about what a farming landscape can look like in the fog, and I hope that's what we're going to see.
Do you know what God rays are?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, it's a really cool term in gaming. But yeah, you get the light like shining through. You get that like beam of light coming through, and I'm guessing that with the fog that you're talking about, that kind of allows the God rays to shine through. Then, yeah.
People were asking for God rays a long time, and what I just learned actually is that the fog is kind of the prerequisite for God rays. Because to actually have these God rays, you need something in the air that reflects the light.
Right.
And now with the fog, we have that opportunity. And of course, we immediately included the God rays. And they're going to look awesome, seriously.
People are like, stop talking and let's see it, right? So let's check it out.
We've got like reflections on the water, for example.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And you see here, especially with the water, the fog adds a really nice atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, you can even see it like in the distance. It's kind of covering what the hills in the back look like as well, and kind of making it a little bit more gray and blending in with the fog.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had fog in the game before, right? But like this is taking it to a different level where you can really feel like you're in it.
Yeah, it's actually something that I really was looking forward to. Is also like what you just mentioned, the distance fog.
Oh,
Right.
Because it makes it look way more realistic, the things in the back.
I mean, just look at this, like with the lights as well, the way the lights react with it, like you were saying, with the volumetric lighting as well. It used to be that like just the building or the signs would illuminate the ground, but now you can actually see both like the tractor in the distance, the lights on the buildings, all creating that awesome look with the lighting of the fog.
Yeah. We'll have a closer look at it quickly. I mean, it's almost done. Here you see also like that looks really nice, like this fog in the morning over the fields. This is gonna look really good when you play the game.
Oh, I mean, there's just that nice feeling, isn't it? Like when you wake up in real life and you kind of see that fog setting in, and it's a nice cool morning, and maybe you have a cup of coffee. This is kind of the feeling that this is giving me, you know, that nice morning you wake up, but then you gotta go to work on the fields, right, and do some farming too.
Yeah,
but
right.
The scenery is lovely.
Let me go back to that one scene. I mean, there are like a few that I really like. I mean,
bist du
this, for
deppert.
example.
Yeah, I mean,
That's like this typical God rays example, you know.
Das ist nicht einmal geile
You've got
Qualität
the
von
tree,
dem. Ne?
the
Das
light
ist,
comes through the
leider
tree,
Gottes.
and with a tiny bit of fog in the air, you can see it shining
muss
through.
man halt live sehen. Ne?
yeah,
Das
that's
ist eine
lovely. And I mean,
Videoqualität.
it's
Das
coming
ist
through
immer
like
nicht.
multiple trees there too, which is impressive. And it's just adding to the atmosphere, I would say. It's going to be, I think it'll be challenging to drive in some of this fog at night. Be careful out there, everybody.
I stopped that here. So what do you notice there?
Well,
Come on.
I noticed the building, the lights illuminating it, and the fog is kind of sticking out. But what are you trying to lead me towards? What am I?
Yeah, what
looking
you
at?
just mentioned is that that not just the building is being illuminated, but also the air now. You know, it's also part of the fog, the volumetric lighting. That also it does not just from the sun; it's also the local lights that are
Right.
actually giving that effect.
Yeah, it
So-
looks really cool. I mean, it just adds more depth to the look and feel of the game, I would say.
Ich hoffe
other
so sehr
shadows can
vors
you think of?
Feedback, ich kann euch das nicht sagen.
Well, I know that we have cloud shadows, maybe something like that from the air. If the clouds are there, right? Is that where you're
It's
leading me?
almost like you knew it already. Yeah. No, of course. I mean, we told you about it, but now I can show to you and also our audience there.
Oh, I want to see it.
There's not much to say, right? I mean, you know what cloud shadows are: clouds, sun, shadows on the ground, atmosphere.
So now they're more broken up. It's almost
Ooh.
like each individual cloud is creating its own shape. And its shape is creating the shadow on the ground, which is adding another little bit of nice little touch to the visuals of the game as you see it coming over. Of course, you have to have clouds in the sky
Yeah.
for this to work, right? But it's cool to see them like have their own individual character because not every cloud is the same shape, right? They're all different. So.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, you know, when this is like dynamically created, so when you have a cloudless sky, you're not going to have shadows. So don't send any bug reports because you don't have shadows on a, you know, on a like
a sunny day.
bright blue sky. Yeah. Okay, there's one more thing I want to show you.
Such
from
den
the Giant
Renderkreis,
Engine
Bert, ich
10.
finde den nicht.
Like I
Ich habe
said,
den
we've
jetzt
got
nirgends
several
gesehen. Was
improvements.
ich weiß, was du meinst,
But of
aber
course,
ich
there
habe
are
den
like
nirgends gesehen.
the general overall performance optimizations. There are a few things in there that we've done so that we can render more efficiently.
Okay.
And that opens up a few opportunities. And one that I think will look really cool is that some of the most important things in the game, they will just look better again.
I want to see it. What do you have for us?
Yeah, so we got a few looks at trees and crops.
Okay.
They're gonna look like they're gonna have more volume. They're
Right.
also gonna look nicer in the distance. So,
Okay.
so like you can see here, these like the trees, and you can see the branches, more volume, and I will also
Yeah, this
show
looks
you.
lovely. I mean, so there's something I think that I heard about this where like we now have different ways that the like trees and the crops can face, right? I think the term is billboards.
Billboards, yeah.
Right. So what that word means basically is that now like there's different ways that the trees face. Is that right? Like, am I understanding it right? So it looks better in the distance because it doesn't look like they're all.
Yeah, it's like there's a certain
same.
distance, and at some point you're gonna reduce, the details of the tree, and we're gonna have like more variations there now in the distance. So they, in a nutshell, trees in the distance will also look way better than before.
Right. You can kind of like start to see it already where you have it paused here, where the trees in that distance even already look like it looks fuller, right? And the crop as well in the foreground looks the same too. Can you go back a little bit? I think there was even like a wider shot of trees in the distance, back a little bit farther, I think. Or maybe I'm thinking, you can kind of see it there. Maybe I'm
There in the
thinking of-
back, yeah.
Yeah, like just tiny little bit in the back that you can catch in that photo. So this is great. I mean, I think that we always get these kinds of comments, like we want to see like a little bit more depth in the background. We want to see a little bit more depth in the crops as well. So this is exactly what this is adding.
Yeah, this is something we have really been working on.
Yeah.
Riverbend Springs.
Riverbend Springs is the US map. It has more than 70 fields in the game.
Okay.
Of course, you know. What you might not know, Kermit, is that on the map there's a road that spans like the whole map.
Okay,
So you
cool.
can just drive through it. I heard that's kind of an American thing. Long roads,
Yeah, you like
wide
those long
open
roads
areas.
in the country, right?
Yeah.
It's feeling like home already. Been in Europe for a week, so any slice of home is welcome.
Yeah, so you can also have a look at like the trees, of course. Like we mentioned, like the trees in the distance.
Right.
Also look at the hood of the tractor. The reflections
Oh.
there. This is also new.
I'm like looking at the landscape
Yeah.
and
Step
you
out,
point that
schaut
out, and
sich
that's
wirklich- das
impressive.
ist
Now I'm
geil.
distracted. I'm not even looking at the map. I'm looking at the reflection in the hood of the tractor there. That's looking lovely already, Martin. I quite like that.
So yeah, glad you like it. But we haven't seen there yet is like one of the key themes of the whole map.
Okay.
It's called Riverbend Springs.
Oh, let me guess. Some water, huh?
Yes, of course. There's a lot of water on the map, and there's one river that's like the main topic of it. So the whole
Also grafisch.
the whole life on that map
Ich
that
möchte nur
evolves
wissen, ob
around
es
that
was
river.
Feedback gibt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything is kind of river-based, water-based there. You're gonna have
Was Feedback würde mich so
creeks,
reizen in
also
dem
ships,
Spiel.
and there's also gonna be a ferry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see the video. Just show me already. I want to see this. Oh, look at this. This is kind of giving me like vibes of
Alter, das schaut
being
aber voll geil
inspired
gemacht
by,
aus, muss ich wirklich
Mississippi
sagen.
River, the
schaut
Mississippi
früher
River
gar nicht
network,
aus.
some of the offshoots.
Man muss
Of
es
course,
live
rice
sehen
is
und
a
man
big
muss es
crop
nachher
in that
wirklich
area,
selber
the
auch
rice
probieren.
belt of the
Eine
US
Fähre gibt es
in,
da.
Arkansas,
Aber das schaut
Mississippi,
doch mega,
Louisiana and
mega
Texas.
natürlich aus, das Ganze,
So kind of
oder?
maybe inspired
Jetzt
by
nicht nur
all
von
of
der,
that.
schaut sich die Spiegelung am
You
Wasser
can
an.
use this ferry, right? Can you drive your tractor on the ferry?
Yeah, you can use it.
Oh, that's cool. Here's a creek that
Oh.
we see again, another water feature. Water, as you said, playing a very important role in this map. And look
The
at
guard
like,
rays again.
the God rays, the reflections on the water look really
Boah,
cool.
ich würde mich ungern hypen
And
lassen,
they're
muss ich
actually
ehrlich sagen,
fitting
aber das
like
schaut
what's in the
richtig geil
landscape.
aus.
You can see this tree right here on the right, and the reflection. You can even see the crossings there. I think that's like a railroad crossing.
Ah, da die Spiegelung
up
schaut sich
above
das
on
auch wie
the
gestört
shore.
geil es ausschaut.
And
Es schaut
even
nicht mehr so
some fog
künstlich
now,
aus, die
too.
Map.
So
Es
all
schaut
these things
richtig
we've been
natürlich
talking
aus, mit den ganzen
about
Spiegelungen,
leading
mit
up
den
to
ganzen
this video
optischen
already,
Dingen. Wie viel
are
Nebel
shown
das man da
right
wirklich
here.
braucht,
Yeah.
sei mal jetzt
Yeah, that's looking
dahingestellt,
really good.
aber
Let's have a look at the ferry again, just quick, because we mentioned
Okay.
that it's a big part.
Right.
So to cross the river, you need bridges
Right.
or a ferry in that case,
This is
So
cool.
this is going to be something new that you can use.
I can't wait to see how people are going to utilize this ferry. This is really
Ja,
cool because
das würde aber jetzt aber nicht so. Das Ding ist halt immer schwierig, wenn der mit Controller spielt. Kamerabewegungen, wie smooth was man die macht, möchte jetzt nicht. Ob das jetzt performance-technisch ist, möchte jetzt nicht bestimmen. So, das ist schwierig.
You also need to get some
Muss ich
work
ehrlich sagen.
done.
Ich kenne das von mir. Jedes
not
Mal, wenn ich
just,
smooth Kamerabewegungen
hop
machen
on a
möchte,
ferry and cross
dann
the
funktioniert es
river
nicht.
or,
Es
sit
ist,
there and,
weiß ich
look at
nicht,
the
ob
water,
das jetzt Spiel
to
performance-technisch
get some
ist
work
oder ob das
done.
jetzt an
You
dem
need
Controller mit dem oder
like
mit der Maus.
dealers to
Ich glaube, er
actually
macht es mit
buy
dem Controller
tractors,
oder mit einem Joystick, mehr
you
mit der
need
Maus, dann sieht man
gas
es.
station, animal dealers to buy
Aber
few animals.
möchte jetzt nicht behaupten,
and
dass das Ding jetzt
right.
So we got a nice
Spielperformance-technisch
area there.
schuckelt. Das kann
I
man
want
erst
to show
dann
you.
selber, glaube ich.
So there's like all in one place. It's a central location where you can buy some gas, buy your
everything you need.
machines, and of course we're gonna have a lot of machines in the game again. We're gonna have more than 400 authentic
Nice.
machines from over 150 licensed brands. And
Cool.
here, we just show you a bit.
Messi
Like,
Wait a
Ferris.
minute. Is that animals
Messi
in the
Ferris.
pen at the animal dealer?
I just wanted to tell you, yes, you can see the animals before you
Nice.
buy them.
That's a nice little touch.
No cat on the back.
Yeah, here's some sheep that we're driving by. You can see. That's really cool, and I like how even the
Das
dealer
schaut
and
für
the-
mich
and the
jetzt
gas
nicht
station,
ruckelig
that
aus, aber
area
im
has that same kind of small town rural America.
Also allein nur
feel
Kamerabewegungen
to it,
sind immer schwer zu
because it
beurteilen,
wasn't
meiner
like
Meinung
a
nach.
Big industrial animal dealer. It was like it was a small.
Mich würde
one,
vor das
right? Like,
Feedback
you
interessieren.
really feel the
Ich
impact
möchte
of
vor
what
das
the map is
Feedback
supposed to be from
irgendwas
that.
zuvor
That's cool.
Feedback
I really
hätte.
like that.
Das wäre
Glad
so
you like it. I
geil.
hope you guys like it too. And of course, send all your feedback in. Kermit's gonna read it. You're gonna answer to every single post there. I hope.
We'll do what we can.
Ich würde es
We're loving
unbedingt
the
wissen.
feedback
Wenn
already.
irgendjemand
Definitely
was
send
weiß
us the
zuvor, das Feedback,
We hope that
bitte
you're excited,
sagt
as
mir das,
Martin
schreibt
said,
mir
and
das, bitte.
we'll continue to show you as much as we can. What else do we got to excite the people? Give me more, Martin.
Well, we have farming. You've seen the animals.
Right.
But of course, we're also gonna have forestry in the game again.
Okay, cool.
It's been a big part in the recent games already, and we're just gonna improve on that. Like I told you, the trees are gonna look more
Right.
voluminous. Several billboards, different sizes. They're gonna look better from the distance, and overall, the forest is just gonna look amazing. I
It's
know
in the
I've
forest.
repeated myself there. This is just
That's the feeling I'm getting too, though, right now. Like, all of this stuff is pretty amazing. I think that, visually, a lot of this stuff is what people have been asking for, right? Like, set the scene a little bit more, because farming, you're really connected to the nature, to the ground around you and the nature around you, right? So adding that a little bit of extra feel of like really being immersed in the environment is great. I hope, like Martin said, I hope you like it. I think you will. It's looking awesome already. So I see another video.
Yeah.
That's what I want
I'm
to
gonna
see.
start it now. The
Okay.
forest.
Yeah, you can already see the tree. Again, we've talked about this a couple of times, but the trees definitely feeling like they have more depth. Even like the individual limbs are providing a little bit of extra depth. And these pathways, Martin, there was something in the trailer earlier that we showed, a motorbike, right? That
Yeah.
we hinted at. This doesn't look like a path really for a big machine. This looks like maybe some paths for a motorbike.
Yeah, some smaller tractors also fit on there, of course.
Right,
but
but
it's gonna
motorbike's
be
more fun,
to
right?
drive there with a motorbike. Yeah.
Look at this, like even this like little flower right here, this purple one. I don't know the all my flowers, I haven't studied up on that. But
Don't
that even
ask me.
that even
Don't
had
ask
more
me.
detail too, right? Like it even feels fuller, which is really nice. And then of course you
Oh, that viewpoint actually.
yeah, the viewpoint.
It's gonna must be a
Oh,
nice view
sorry,
there.
Freunde, das
yeah,
schaut
maybe this is like
sieht
the highest
extrem
part
geil
of
aus.
the map. I would assume on this hill. Oh man, if I can climb that, I want to
Ich
see.
glaube, es sind
what the entire
fast
map
genau die
looks like, right?
richtigen
Maybe that's where people
Stellschrauben,
go
die man
first when they
braucht.
play.
This is something
Es
that
sind
we're
noch
not
vor das
gonna show
Feedback
you
ist
today.
wichtig,
You
der,
have to see
Oh,
that
der
for
Boden,
yourself.
darn
You
it.
have to be there.
You're
der
not gonna show me
dynamische
everything,
Boden,
huh?
sagen wir
Okay,
vorsichtig.
No, I got
Der kann
something
dann noch
special for
interessant
you, something
werden.
really
Die
important.
Wetteffekte
The
können nur
machines and the
interessant
gameplay of the
werden.
game.
Nice. Okay.
And I got an expert for that,
Ah, even
Stefan
better.
Mauros, our gameplay programmer and lead integrator.
Machines and Gameplay.
All right, Stefan, you're here. I have a feeling that you have something really good for me. What do you have?
Yeah, I prepared something really special. So it's like the first gameplay of the new game.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked a special gameplay feature now for the stream. So it's about the Reis.
Of course.
But of course, we will reveal some more stuff on the weekend.
Right.
Bis deppert, stellt euch vor, wir hätten jetzt schon Zugriff auf den LS25 und könnten schon loszocken.
Some new gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
So it's not just a new crop like
Hello, Alex.
wheat or so. So it's a bit more in depth.
Our players are excited about this. So
Yeah.
I think they're sitting there like, please, Stefan, Kermit, give us more. So go ahead, tell us what you have for us.
Yeah, so let's jump right into
Das hat schon gut aus.
the gameplay. I
Das schaut
recorded.
cool aus.
So you can see our beautiful map and also the lighting.
Cool.
Right.
As you showed earlier in the stream. Yeah, I got here some greenhouses. So that's
What's this?
It's something different. So first we got two different rice types. So that's the first rice type, and that is transplanted. So you grow the saplings until they're like 10 centimeters high or so.
Okay.
And after that, you got a special planter that plants those saplings into the real field.
Cool.
So we first grow those saplings in the greenhouse.
Okay.
And yeah, then we bring the pellets of saplings to our planter, and then we start planting. So yeah, we jump right into the field.
Okay.
So that's our planter. It's from JETZT. And yeah, let's load the saplings we brought with our fence.
Wow, how cool.
Front loader. It's a really
Also das
cool
hat gefällt
animation.
mir super.
This machine's so
muss ich
cool to
ehrlich
me
sagen.
because
Gefällt
it's
mir
unlike
richtig gut.
anything we already have in the game, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's completely new.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also you will see the planting animation, which is
Old
pretty
school.
nice. So I spent some time there to implement it nicely.
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, let's drive into the field. You will also see the water.
GPS.
Looks lovely. Like I just saw a glimpse of the sun
ist nur
even like
GPS?
reflecting off
Yeah.
of the water.
Da oben auf dem
And
Ding.
especially if you drive into it, you see really how the water is reacting to the wheels. So
Right.
you see the small waves. That looks really nice.
This machine is just so
Stimmt,
cool. I mean, it's
Alter.
so funky looking.
Gut aufgepasst.
But like the technology behind this
Yeah.
is super impressive. I want
Yeah.
to see what it looks like once it actually
Yeah,
starts
you
putting it in the
see
ground.
the parts at the back. They're really special because they're picking each sapling from
look at
the pellets, which looks pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, so it's like it's almost like a typewriter.
Also
Just
das
yeah,
hat
it's
gefällt mir
also-
extrem
yeah,
gut.
exactly. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And if you zoom in detail, you will
Stimmt,
also
die nimmt
have
er einzeln da
that,
raus. Schaut auch cool
a
aus.
bit later on the field. Yeah, it has grown. And also you see the water is gone. So normally for planting those transplanted saplings, you need water in the field.
Okay.
And then during growth, the rice consumes the water because it really needs the water for growing. And after it has grown, the water gets less and less, and while harvesting, there's no water anymore.
Okay.
So here we got our JETZT rice harvester for this rice type. It's also a pretty nice harvester.
So another new brand, of course, or this machine at least,
Yeah,
right?
this machine. Yeah, it's something completely new.
So this is the Asian. Is this fair to say this is the Asian style of harvesting we're using this machine?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So
Okay.
they do mostly with those kind of harvesters, but we'll see how
Okay.
the Americans do it later on.
No, let me just point something out because the rice harvesting, Stefan, is really cool, but I think everyone else, as well as me, might notice something in the bottom right corner that maybe we've been asking for a while. The players that see GPS.
I don't see that.
You don't see that? Okay. Well, we do. Hopefully, you're going to show us more. Maybe I know you're giving this talk in depth at FarmCon.
Yeah,
right?
on the weekend I will give a more depth talk, a bit longer, a bit more gameplay, and maybe
Now
some
we're
more
going to have
features.
everyone wishing they could be at FarmCon with that one announced. So just that little teaser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Der
Amazing.
Kermit ist aber cool.
Also
muss ich echt ehrlich sagen, also der hat echt, der stellt die richtigen Fragen und Ding und das.
How
Das ist
the
schon
plants go through the harvester is
nicht
kind of
schlecht.
special. As you can see, they're going along the sides, so that looks pretty nice as well.
Yeah, that's really cool how, like you said, it comes up like is that like a conveyor belt that it's like feeding it? Then that's
kinda.
really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that animation looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've seen it the Asian way. I have a feeling
We got some.
you've got something else.
Yeah.
I want to see it the American way, of course.
So the American way is, of course, a bit bigger.
Right.
So we got here our CR11 combine from New Holland. So we already showed that on the last Agritechnica. We had there a little teaser.
Right.
But it's a pretty nice combine. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
And this one we
Spielt
are
der mit
using
Controller?
for our US-style rice. So you got just a normal harvester.
Okay.
So yeah, that rice is also growing on a
Sieht man da
rice
jetzt
field
irgendwas?
which need to be flooded.
Okay.
But you plant it with a regular seeder.
Right.
So it's kind of similar to wheat or something.
Right.
But you still need the water to have it grow.
Right.
Because rice consumes a lot of water while growing. So it's there a bit different.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the flooded fields we like showed a little bit like in the cinematic trailer too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
The CR11, by the way, everyone out there watching, you can get the gold edition version of this if you get the collector's edition, or if you buy it on our website as well, you can get it with the year one bundle and with the Giants eShop version of the game too. So if you want your CR11 to be nice and shiny gold, that's how you can get it.
It's indeed my favorite version of it.
Yes, of
Pretty
course.
nice.
It's so nice. All right. What else? Is that all you have for now?
That's it for now. We'll show some more stuff on the weekend. But
I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. And follow our social channels. You'll see more of what Stefan has to talk about, of course, coming out after FarmCon as well. Welcome back, Martin. Stefan just showed us rice farming for the first time. I mean, that little bit of gameplay, you saved the best for last, I feel like, seeing that. I mean, the water was cool, the way the machines work. And I didn't expect rice to be like a multi-step process as well. You actually like grow the saplings in a greenhouse and then you grab those to plant on the field.
Yeah, we kind of kept that from you. We kept some surprise for you too, but you can, of course, interact with the community now and talk about it.
Yeah. Of course, this is it for the Farming Simulator 25 coverage that we have on the pre-stream, but there's more coming this weekend. Make sure you follow all of our social channels. There'll be more coming about Farming Simulator 25. And, I can't wait for more, Martin.
We got one more thing from the weekend.
All right.
FSL Season 5 World Championships.
Ah, yes. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
When is that? When is it taking place, Martin?
Well, tune in on Saturday, 4 p.m. German time. It's CEST. When our 8 finalists fight for 200,000 euros prize pool. And of course, the title of world champions.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to see who comes out on top. And we're going to leave you with a hype video to basically sign off today's stream. Martin, Stefan, thanks to both of you for being here. It was an exciting time to see all of this gameplay. For now, we're going to hype up the FSL like you were just talking about. So let's roll that video and we'll see you in the future. Yeah. Make sure to follow our social channels for more information.
All right, goodbye.
$200.000. Ey, brauchen wir 2 Teammitglieder für den Samstag um 14 Uhr, Freunde. Irgendjemand Bock? Das werden wir doch wohl reißen, oder? Mit unserer geballten Kraft und vor allen Dingen Erfahrung. Die 200.000 gehören uns. Da können wir da wichtig dachten. So, Freunde, das war's. Gewesen. Wahnsinn. Boah, das ist wild, oder? Wie war's? Welcher Teil? LS22, Freunde. Boah, das war heftig. Guck mal, Steam. Geschenke erhalten, Geschenke erhalten. Wieso zweimal? Hä? Alter, Chris, was ist mit dir los? Was ist das? Okay, das ist einmal, oder? Ja, einmal, okay. Das ist sicher einmal. Das klären wir später in Ruhe. Da schreibe ich da. So, also für alle, die jetzt dieses Video gesehen haben, wie immer, Meinung bitte unbedingt unten in die Kommentare. Gerne einen Daumen nach oben oder wo auch immer hin mit dem Daumen. Würde mir trotzdem sehr freuen und mir sehr helfen. Wahnsinn, tut mir leid, ein bisschen mehr gehypt als bevor dieser Präsentation. Ich wäre gern auf der FarmCon, es ist viel zu weit weg für mich. Nichtsdestotrotz verfolge das natürlich mit meinen Möglichkeiten und dann sehen wir uns in einem Video wieder oder im Livestream sehen wir uns definitiv wieder. Und dann bis zum nächsten Mal, Freunde. Tschüssen.